remember when oil was found to be.
And we all jumped about like monkeys.
Richard Mofe-Damijo and cast of movie Oloibiri believe the story about the first oil well drilled in Nigeria and how the impact has affected the people of Oloibiri, Bayelsa State will trigger mixed reactions from the general public. They spoke at a private screening at the Silverbird Cinemas in Victoria Island.
I had to lose some weight to play the movie, and I'm glad I did, because if I played it with this weight, it wouldn't look, I would look too well fed for it. This was the period where, you know, I was at my slimmest, well, almost at my slimmest.
Why do we seek political leadership if not to serve your people? But it appears now is to grab things. And then you have the resource like this, like oil, the goose that laid the golden egg, and it seems to me that we are just killing it dead. We just sat on it, we decided not to process or develop any of our other assets and resources, and just relied on this because we didn't have to do anything.
And maybe those reactions are deserved. Yeah, it will. If it does, I think it will take us to another level of whatever fight or battle we're in. When we say enough is enough, it's time for certain people to listen.
It is too heavy a subject to be sort of glided over. For over 60 years, what is happening? What have they been doing? They're not telling us the truth. We must be told the truth. They must deal with this thing. They can deal with it.
I know before my husband got involved in the film, I just thought it was an area in the Niger Delta, you know. But since he got involved with it, one has had one has always had an idea of the issues anyway with the Niger Delta, because we've done some work with Professor Ahmed Yarima with his Little Drops, which was really about the Niger Delta.
Oloibiri is an action thriller starring Richard Mofe-Damijo, Taiwo Ajayi-Lycett, Olu Jacobs, Ivie Okujaye, and a host of others.
You will regret it. Must pay with your blood. 10,000 innocent public officials have been dismissed because they have no voice.
We're soldiers. It's our duty to make sacrifices.
Prince Toyin Prince-Will had described the movie 76 as a daring story and one which deserves favorable acceptance. According to him, the story goes beyond exploring the 1976 military coup.
People don't talk about our history, especially about a coup. So it's a very sensitive topic. It's a sensitive genre when you're dealing with things like the army. But I think Izu was quite creative in wrapping the facts, the history, around entertainment, around love. I mean, there's nothing more universal as a story than love. The army didn't just sit back and say, go ahead. They were watching us every step of the way.
Entertainment, he believes, is one of the best forms to tell our stories to the world.
We wanted to show people the richness of their own history. We wanted to show people that you could take a taxi for 1 naira back in the day, and we showed them the 1 naira note in the movie. So people will be asking themselves, so there's a 1 naira note? They don't even know that there's a 1 naira note. In this movie, you get to see what it is, and you get to see how people in 1976 lived, that you could take drinking water from the tap, turn it public tap, and drink water.
He also gave kudos to the cast and crew of the movie.
Who shoots a movie like this? Who takes this kind of a risk? Who spends this kind of money? Actors are on set for 6 months in Ibadan. Nobody does that. Wholly Nigerian crew. When we talk about made in Nigeria, this is it. Made in Nigeria by Nigerians. The crew were all Nigerians. So nobody does this, nobody takes this kind of risk. But we've been wholly vindicated, because even before we got to Toronto Film Festival, we already had a distribution deal, which is unbelievable. It doesn't happen. And then we got nominated to appear both in Toronto and London Film Festival back to back.
76 is a suspense-filled movie which explores the life of a lady who gets pregnant for her husband, a soldier being accused of being involved in the 1976 military coup.
What is my husband's fate?